October 18th, and welcome to our homecoming show. I'm Madeline Foster.
And I'm Taylor Howard. That's right, this is our 110th homecoming event.
Can you believe that?
I am so excited. It's so weird. I've been here for 4 years and I've had 4 homecomings. Time has truly passed.
I know, it is like there's a lot going on this week, so that's why we have an hour-long show for you today, and we're really excited about that. Aren't you excited?
I'm super excited.
I can't wait.
I don't think you understand.
We have our orange and blue on.
Orange and blue, we're literally repping everything Illinois, Illini girls.
You have to for the Good Morning Illini. There are a lot of people coming down here to rep though this weekend. So Patrick and Paige are going to be able to tell us a little bit more about that. So we have some cool interviews coming up. Tell us about what's going on, you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Maddie. We have some interviews today. I know I will be with Coltrane Zarache, part of the homecoming court, so that's really cool. We'll talk a little bit about that. Who do you have, Paige?
I have Marissa Washburn coming in. She is a singer, musician, and she will be performing for us too today. But I'm super excited to hear about the homecoming court.
Absolutely, me too. I don't really know a whole lot about homecoming court, so it's good to learn.
I didn't even know we had a homecoming court till today, so.
Yeah, absolutely. And on top of it, towards the end of the show, we have a surprise guest, so that is going to be really good.
Oh, I'm excited.
I know. I'm really excited to interview him. So make sure you stay tuned, and let's kick it back to Maddie and Taylor.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thanks, guys. I cannot wait to see what you have in store, especially for that special surprise at the end. But we have a lot of other things going on this show, so let's take a look at what we've got coming up.
That's right. We have our producers. They're doing their producer vlog. Let's see what they're going to be doing on the show.
I know, they have a lot prepared, and so that'll be a really fun thing to see, kind of the things that we don't get to see all the time because it's behind the scenes, which will be fun. But then later, you guys will actually get to see my friend Courtney and I check out a new show on Courtney's couch, which will be so much fun. It was so fun to shoot and to watch this new show and to experience it. Still got the Illini gear going on, but that's okay. It's always good to be in the orange and blue.
Exactly. And how could we forget about our weatherman, Will? He's given us everything we need to
Smith.
know about this weekend and how to dress.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We cannot forget. Will Smith is the legend. Whenever I saw that we had his name was Will Smith, I was really excited.
Me too.
So we'll see what happens. But Good Morning Illini. We are so excited for this. And actually like Rise and Shine Illini. Have you seen that meme?
Rise and shine.
Rise and shine, Illini. I'm so excited. So let's get this started. Rise and shine, Illini. I'm so excited. Happy homecoming, Taylor Howard. Are you so excited?
I'm very excited. It is my senior year.
Oh my God,
and this is my last homecoming as undergrad.
How does this one compare? How does this week compare to your past homecoming?
You know what? Because I'm on IUB, so we had our homecoming party on the quad. That's something that's never been done. It's just been a different vibe this year, and a lot of my sorority sisters are coming down, and some of my sorority sisters are on the court.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it's very exciting. What are you doing for homecoming?
This week has been crazy. There's been so much going on. I love homecoming every year, but this year I feel like there's definitely been an amped up effort to have a lot of things. I've eaten so much free food this week. It's been so great. Like it's like I don't have to get dinner. There's always something going on the quad. But as much as crazy as like everything has been, the craziest things on the campus of U of I are our producers. Do you agree?
I definitely agree. Sammy, Maddie, and Dan.
Yeah, no, insane. They put so much crazy work in for this show, and it's so cool. I think that we don't always get to see behind the scenes what's going on. So,
I
you
definitely
never know.
agree. So let's take a sneak peek on how they work through things.
Yeah, let's see it. It's not clickbait. Don't worry.
I feel like we could use a hair tie. We did that last time.
A hair tie?
This is not. I'm afraid of really big trucks, Loki.
You're afraid of the trucks or the people that drive them? My right, not your right. Maddie Rice, who lives here, is trying to take us to Einstein Bagels.
I lived here for 15 years and I have no idea where we are, so.
I eat an incredible amount of gluten.
This is the hour special. You're watching it. If you're watching this, that means we survived this second.
If you're watching this, it means Sammy didn't let me drive.
And you have to lead with this leg.
Look at that. It closes at 3 p.m.
The mental breakdown's gonna come early. Where do we go now? I don't think anybody actually knows how to do this. Other leg! Real quick, because I can't do this. Give me like 2 seconds.
Scenic Champagne. I love it. As you can see, guys, there's a Circle K right here. And across the street, there's another Circle K! I got a lot to edit right now, but I also can't read. So, you know, what should I work on? I don't know. I'm also illiterate. Can I? So today, Sammy almost hit a pedestrian. Maddie, do you think you're normal?
Do you think you're normal?
Yeah.
That's a hard no. The goods. The stuff.
Honestly, like, not to be dramatic, but I need that right now or I'm going to die.
I'm like, you know what? My one goal when I wake up every single morning is don't get hit by a bike today.
This guy on a bike hit me and I fell and he ran over my back leg, like right
What?
here. And he spilled hot coffee on me. And I was like, oh my god. And he was like, oh, my coffee.
Was that a crosswalk? I didn't think it was.
Maybe that was a crosswalk.
I'm so
Sammy just
wasn't
zoomed through a
fast.
crosswalk and almost ended these 2 kids' lives.
I'm just actually freaked
Oh,
out.
who's a little more stressed? It's 2 people you almost hit.
My supervisor had like a bag of like chocolate covered coffee beans, like espresso beans, and I was like nervously like eating them, and like by the time the meeting was over I like couldn't feel my hands.
Like, thank you so much. Back so hard.
Alright, I'm gonna throw this marker. It's gonna hit the bullseye right in the middle. There you go.
I'm gonna sit for this part.
Oh, dang! Actually wasn't bad. That's like a description of us. Like, almost okay.
Sammy, did you just take a bite out of your cup? Alright, so I asked Maddie to put something in my folder, and she put it in there 68 times. The real funny thing is that none of them work.
So in the last hour, you guys were making this graphic, but really mainly just those lights at the top, right?
Pretty much.
Well, I did literally this entire checklist.
Right now, we're trying to find music to put in the videos for our show. There's One Night Away. There's 12 a.m.
Home, because Richmond is literally our home.
Yeah, and then there's
Trapped.
Trapped
We're
because
trapped here.
we're trapped.
New Day, because we stay here past midnight. Guess what? Show's officially tomorrow. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, Illini!
Wait. I love our producers, I do, but can we talk about the fact that you talked to David Dobrik and got him to say good morning, Illini?
Girl, I didn't even really know who he was in that capacity, and I thought the only time I'd be starstruck if I saw the Kardashians. But the second I walked up to him, I was like, hi, David, like all nervous and stuff like that. It was so exciting.
That's insane. I think that's hilarious. We have like our own vlog squad now.
I know, producer squad.
That's
I'm
amazing.
feeling that.
And we got David Dobrik. I mean, maybe like after he sees this video, he's gonna be like, wow, they're so cool. I am gonna quit all of my jobs and go to
just be with
work
them.
for Good Morning Illini.
Exactly. David, I'm ready.
That makes the most sense to me, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that was definitely a highlight, but there are a lot of other highlights going on this week on campus. So let's talk we have another, oh my gosh, I think I'm having a stroke. But this week we have another edition of On Campus.
Yes, it is Cam's final week on campus. It closes on Sunday. It's been open since 1975.
Oh my gosh, it's like a legendary place to be. That's so sad that it's closing. And like, I know that I'm sad about it, and a lot of other people are sad about it too, because we've had so many alumni come down to go and visit Cam's one more time before its grand reign on Daniel Street.
Yeah, but I think that it's very cool because it is homecoming. So this is like the last shebang that people can, the alumni come down, and the people that you once went to college with, you guys can all have that tradition together for one last time.
Yes, I know a lot of people are coming down to have one last blue guy, which is really neat. And I definitely am going to be, I know my dad, he's an alumni, he's pretty sad that it's closing too, so he doesn't get to come anymore.
Yeah, but closing Cam's doesn't just mean the end of the building itself, but it will be reopening in a couple months. So even though the old building will not be CAMS, CAMS will still be here.
Yeah.
So have no fear. CAMS will be here.
That's awesome. But unfortunately, I think that means that a lot of people that work at CAMS are losing out on paychecks because there is that 3-month gap, you know, that people are experiencing. So, you know, we have one worker who came to talk to us about handling that change in his funds.
Yeah. And despite...
All I know now is that I'm going to be unemployed for 2 months. So it's going to be hard to make some income, but we'll fight through it. It won't be the first time that I've been broke. Definitely, hopefully it's the last time that I'm going to be broke. But it is what it is. I'm going to find a way to make ends meet. Always have, always will.
It goes when one door closes, another one opens, and this is the case for construction, and the additional bars will be coming back. Some of the older bars that were once on campus are making a reappearance.
Yeah, so it's not like they close one door and open another. They close one door and they're opening 3, right? Because we have CAMS, stands, and then what's the third one? Second Chance, right? Yeah. Well, that continues to develop on First and Green Street, and those bar names, aren't they based on the old campus bar names as well? Yeah, that's really cool because CAMS was built in 1975, but before that, Second Chance was there, and that burned to the ground, and all of these bars are reopening on January 1st.
That's very exciting, and I really think that although some traditions aren't here anymore, like Clyde's left and things like that, to bring back the bars from 20 years ago, that's very exciting, and I think the traditions of U of I are going to be back.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Exactly. Now, Erica, how are you feeling about this?
Yeah, are you sad? CAMS is closing. What is the mood?
Oh man, I mean, guys, I'm like, you know, I'm sad about it. I really just, you know, I'm sad to see it go, but I'm really excited to see the new CAMS and what it's going to, you know, bring for our campus on January 1st. But moving along, sorry, just having a couple technical difficulties. But speaking of improvements, Illinois student government is trying to make an improvement on campus. They have released a statement regarding continual sexual harassment from university employees towards students and how they want the transparency to improve. Their release says, "We believe the university has not provided a sufficient amount of transparency to the campus community after these events and even after the publication of the NPR and ProPublica articles." And it continues by saying, "This issue needs to be addressed promptly. We demand at the very least an explanatory statement to the student body." Signed, ISG. The ProPublica articles investigated how over the span of 5 years for most of these cases, 7 campus professors were accused of sexual harassment, but were given no serious consequences in return. Where most were given paid leave and confidentiality agreements, but 2 of them are still employed by the university. And while the university stopped using confidentiality agreements, the Illinois student government still hopes to see more improvements to support survivors and the student body as a whole. But that's not the only, sexual assault is not the only thing that student government wants to make improvements on. They're also hosting a workshop for how to be a better ally to someone in the LGBTQ plus community. The training is tonight from 2 to 4 p.m., so you'll need to register before the event. It only seats 40 people, and it's at the Student Dining and Residential Programs building, which is the same as the Eikenberry Dining Hall. So if homecoming just isn't your thing, maybe Ally Something is something to check out. But let me tell you that a lot of Illini were pretty stoked about homecoming after YouTube star David Dobrik came to campus on Tuesday. He was sponsored by the Illini Union Board as part of a talk series, but he decided to give his fans a little surprise before the event. Dobrik and his friends, the Vlog Squad, hung out behind Follinger to take videos and photos of fans. Dobrik originally gained fame making funny videos on an app called Vine, which is now deactivated. At this point, Dobrik has over 12 million subscribers on YouTube and over 7 million followers on Instagram. I cannot relate, but he definitely started a U of I social media buzz after he went to CAMS Tuesday night and drank his first Blue Guy. And even though David Dobrik wasn't able to save cams, which was a chant that he actually joined in on, at least he was able to bring smiles and laughs to U of I students and have a great time doing it. That's it for UI7 News Desk today. I hope all of you students and alumni have a fantastic homecoming. And I'll also be hoping and praying that our meteorologist Will Smith will have a great forecast for the game tomorrow. Will?
Will Smith here, coming at you with a forecast for Friday going into this evening. Right now we're sitting with a pretty nice, typical fall day with some crisp air over us. The leaves are turning, as you can probably see where you live. Let's go ahead and look at the current temperature, and we'll talk about them in a little bit more depth. So currently, temperature is about 44. AccuWeather says it's about 48 degrees. Sure, if you're in the sun, you're going to get heat up, as you probably know from existing some amount of time on this planet. Now, if we look at what's going on with the weather satellite right now, we could actually see that we got a tropical storm going on in the Gulf of Mexico right now. And if you look closely, we see a band of clouds to the west. That band of clouds is going to be making its way toward us over the weekend, but more about that in a bit. All right, so that concludes my Friday forecast. We'll be coming back at you later with a weekend forecast. Back to you guys inside.
Thanks, Will. Well, coming up, we're going to talk to a member of our homecoming court.
That's right. GMI's Patrick Catazone will speak to one of the members of the homecoming court, Coltrane Zarache.
So cool. Can't wait to see what they have in store for us.
Exactly.
Well, Coltrane, you're part of the homecoming court. How do you kind of get onto the homecoming court? What's the process to get on?
But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay. Just go to the site.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Well, let's send it over to Patrick Catazone, who is with someone who will definitely be at the center of the action this homecoming weekend.
Thanks, Maddie. We are thrilled to have a member of the 2019 homecoming court with us this morning, Coltrane Zarache. So, how do you kind of get onto, what's the process to getting onto the homecoming court?
Yeah, so Homecoming Court is a society of the top 20 leaders of the senior class at the University of Illinois, and you apply for it. There are 2 rounds, so if you make the semifinalist round, you get interviewed, and then you get a call to inform you that you've made it.
Oh, well, congratulations. Well, as a leader of this university, what are some things that you do?
Yeah, so on campus, I am a resident advisor at Presby Hall. I'm also a group fitness instructor at the ARC. I teach a cardio class called Body Attack, which is really fun. When I was a sophomore, I was an orientation leader for new students. So with that being in addition to being an RA, I've loved having those positions of leadership where I'm able to welcome new students and be a mentor for my fellow peers. I also have worked in the statistics department as a grader, and yeah, those are pretty much the main things.
Oh, that's awesome. So in that process, when you kind of get those those questions, what are some things they talk to you about, being a leader and stuff like that?
Yeah, I really liked the interview process. One of the questions that they asked is about one of your favorite accomplishments and what are you the most proud of that you've done on campus thus far. And I talked about a relationship that I cultivated with one of my former professors and how really we became a very close mentor-mentee relationship, and that was all through me coming to office hours every day. And from then, I had gotten tons of letters of recommendations that gave me scholarships to study abroad and other academic scholarships as well. So I really enjoyed being very deeply, closely connected to all of the different resources here.
That's awesome. I could definitely take a page from that. I think I need to go to office hours a little bit more.
It's helpful. It's really helpful.
It is. It really is. So as part of the homecoming court, what are some of kind of your duties this week?
Yeah, so this week, the kickoff really started last Sunday, October 13th. But tomorrow, or today actually, we're going to be participating in the parade. So look for us in the floats. And on Saturday, so that's tomorrow, we're going to be participating in the tailgate. So we have our own chancellor's tent that we get to network with alumni in. And then during the halftime show at the football game, we'll have a special ceremony dedicated to us.
Well, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it. And on that note, we'll swing it back to Maddie and Taylor.
Yes, thank you. I am just really happy that the university acknowledges leadership on this campus, and I think that that's a huge honor to be recognized as the top 20 for the homecoming court.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that it's more than just a popularity contest. It's really what students have really given back to the university during their time here and are great faces for it, which is really, really neat. And obviously, since we know it's homecoming this weekend, I wanted to see how much our other Illini know about things like homecoming, what's going on, all of the festivities, so I hit the quad to find out. Okay, so do you guys have any favorite homecoming memories you can share?
Tailgate's definitely a really big thing. I go to it every single year. It's one of the only times I get up really early to do something along those lines.
I remember as a freshman going on all the parades our RA took us on. Last year, a bunch of my friends from high school came for the homecoming game.
What are some of your favorite University of Illinois traditions?
I guess just going to football games is one of my favorite traditions. It's always so much fun, and you see everyone in decked out in orange and blue, so I think it's really cool.
I don't do it as much anymore because I feel like the effect has worn off because I use it so much. Lincoln Hall, rubbing Lincoln's nose, for good luck before exams. That's one thing I used to do as a freshman and sophomore. Junior and senior year didn't work as much.
I really like the football games. I think they're super fun, and everyone there is just there to have a good time. It's super energetic, and that's where all the school spirit is.
You know who we're playing this year for our homecoming game?
I literally have no idea. I don't know anything about football. But
Any
I
guesses?
love being there. Iowa? Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, look at you. Look at her go. She's like, she knows she got it right. You know their mascot?
Badgers.
Badger.
Badgers.
Oh no. Do you think that we have a good shot at winning this year?
I hope so. I hope so. I'm not that sure because they beat Michigan, so it might be a little hard this year.
This is a pretty good team, so hopefully we can, match up to their energy and hopefully come out with the dub.
ILL.
I. Whether new or old, it sounds like our Illini are very excited for this homecoming season, and we can't wait to see what comes next. Thanks for watching, and good morning, Illini. So I have to ask, did you know the answers to some of those questions? Did you know who we were playing this weekend in our football game?
I did.
You did? Do you know their mascot? Did you know their mascot too?
I did not.
You did not?
I did not.
So now you're informed. That's how I feel like a lot of people, they either had like absolutely zero clue what was going on, or they were like really on it and really ready for this weekend. But, you know, one of the biggest parts of homecoming weekend is the homecoming football game, which is why it's so important. And we have Illini Sports Night's Isaac Trotter giving us a preview of tomorrow's game against Wisconsin Badgers, which is the only part of, which is the part of the weekend packed with Fighting Illini sports.
It's that time again, Illini fans. I'm Isaac Trotter, and this is your Illini Sports Night Quick Hit. Illinois basketball is getting more national attention. On Monday, sophomore point guard Ayo Dosunmu was named to the preseason watch list for the Bob Cousy Award. On Tuesday, junior guard Trent Frazier was named to the Jerry West Shooting Guard of the Year watch list. Frazier was second on the team in scoring last year, averaging 13.7 points per game. Frazier has made 80 career three-pointers, which is 9th all-time in Illinois history. Frazier was the only player from the Big Ten named to the watch list. Lovie Smith and the Illini football team are looking to bounce back after 4 straight losses, but it won't get any easier. The Illini will face a daunting task against number 6 Wisconsin. The Badgers are number 1 in the country in defense. Junior running back Jonathan Taylor is the best tailback in the nation. Taylor has accounted for 18 touchdowns this season. Illinois volleyball is getting a taste of just how good the Big Ten is. They will go on the road to face 3 top 10 opponents in the next 6 days. They'll play number 7 Wisconsin on Friday, number 6 Minnesota on Saturday, and number 8 Penn State next Wednesday. Illinois will lean on senior outside hitter Jacqueline Quaid. The All-American leads the Illini with 268 kills this season. Illinois is 9-6 overall and 4-2 in Big Ten play. We'll catch you next time on Quick Hits. I'm Isaac Trotter, and this has been Illini Sports Night.
I'm very excited that we have a new sports show. I know we touch on sports a little bit in Good Morning Illini, but to have a full show all about sports.
Totally. And I know that it's going to be really good for me to kind of be able to catch up and learn a little bit more about what's going on. You know, definitely not my area of expertise. So don't forget to check out Illini Sports Night coming in spring 2020.
Yes. And let's send it over to Paige. Paige, what's going on?
We are so excited. We have Marissa Washburn here today. Marissa, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So Marissa is a musician. So can you tell us a little bit how you got into music?
So I've been singing since I can remember. My grandparents said that when I was 3 years old, they would take me to McDonald's and I literally would stand up on the windowsill and be like, "Everyone listen," and just start singing songs from The Sound of Music. Like, so I've just always like had that like in my soul, I guess.
That's so amazing. Were you inspired when you were younger by anyone?
Just really any music I heard, I always loved. I love old school music like the Beatles, old jazz like Amy Winehouse. I've been writing songs since I've been in 4th grade, probably.
Wow. So you write a lot of your own music?
Yes,
and where
I
does
do.
that process come from?
So it kind of comes from personal experience. I don't have necessarily certain people or things in mind when I write my songs, but it's just kind of a combination of like all my experience and like putting it into a creative like piece. I love poetry. I think it's beautiful, so it's just, I love that.
Awesome. And then a lot of meaning behind any of those songs?
Yes, there is a lot of meaning behind most of my songs. Everything I say honestly comes from the heart. So, I mean, I try to be as like honest in my songs as possible.
Definitely. And then do you do a lot of performances?
Here, not so much all the time. I have a SoundCloud. I make songs on YouTube. In high school, I would do fundraising concerts. One of my good friends, Josh, actually started a nonprofit called the Art Explosion.
Awesome.
So I would perform in those concerts a lot in high school.
Cool. And then being a college student, where do you go to record your music?
So at home, there's a couple studios in my hometown that I go to in the suburbs of Chicago. Here, it's kind of hard to record, but I am definitely looking into renting out a recording studio through the school soon.
Awesome. And then do your roommates enjoy listening to you sing all the time, or are they like, stop?
I hope so. I think so. I have my guitar and I play the piano, and I just love doing that and performing for whoever I can, honestly.
2 instruments. Do you teach yourself those?
I taught myself the guitar. I took piano lessons when I was younger, and I love the piano.
And a favorite instrument out of those 2?
I honestly prefer the piano, but the guitar is just great because I could play it anywhere. It's mobile. So.
Do you think? What about singing though? Do you like that more?
Oh my gosh, yes. I love singing, songwriting, all of the above.
And what would be like your favorite genre that you like to cover or even write?
To write, singer-songwriter style, jazz, I love that. Pop is just so easy to write as well, but jazz and blues are definitely my favorite genres to listen to.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much, Marissa, for coming in today. Thanks. We are going to cut to commercial, and then after that, Marissa will be singing live.
I am so excited to hear her singing. Are you so excited?
Yes. Marissa, where are you at? I've been rapping. Let's collab one day.
Oh my gosh, wait, do you ever like write your own stuff or do anything
you know
like
what?
that?
I used to. I even had a group called The Pyramid.
Stop, really?
Yes.
Wait, how old were you? When was this?
I was
Why
in
aren't
7th
you a star?
grade.
Like, what are you doing
used
here?
to, you know what am I doing here?
What are you doing here? Why didn't you just go straight to Hollywood? I guess, like,
Yeah.
is that where you would go if you're trying to produce music? I literally don't
Or Atlanta.
know.
I think Atlanta's very, like, rappy. I go there, I'm grinding, then I make my way to the top. Yeah.
Well, I am really excited to see. I think Sophia went out and kind of tried to see if she could spot any stars on campus who knew a little bit more about music too. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, so in honor of homecoming week, we hit the quad to play a game of song association and see how well students know their song lyrics. I'm going to give you a word, and then once I give you the word, you'll have 10 seconds to come up with the first song that comes into your mind that you associate with that word. And then you just gotta sing a couple lines to me, all right?
I have to sing it?
Yeah. Your word is home.
Home on the range, dun 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 dun. That's all I know.
We're going home. We're going home. The only song I could think of is that song that Sandy Cheeks was singing from SpongeBob.
You wanna sing it?
No.
Your word is game.
Can I call a friend?
Your word is win.
Win?
Yes.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Win, 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 win.
Everybody hands go up.
Won't you say my name? Say my name.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
And they stay there, and they stay there.
All right. Your word is fun.
Well, I think of the SpongeBob song.
What about your dog? Do you think your dog has any
You got
songs
something?
in mind?
F
You
is
start you
for
off?
friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me.
Like 18, stuck in a daydream. Been there since 18.
N is for anywhere.
And anytime
Time
at all down here in the deep blue sea.
Okay, well, we at Illini, we can't sing that. We can't sing that. We're rocking it for TV.
Love, such a silly game we play, like a summer's day in May. What is love? What is love? I just want you to be loved.
It's clear that our Illini really know their song lyrics, and everyone did such a great job. So have a great day, and good morning, Illini.
I have a story about this.
What's up?
Did you see that guy with the dog? The little dog?
Mhm.
The cutest dog I've ever seen in my whole life. The other day, I saw that guy with his dog, and the dog was wearing a sweater, and it was probably the best moment of my life.
Wait, I saw that too.
Right? Okay, wasn't that
he was
the
by the
cutest
cultural
thing?
center, and I saw him.
Oh, you just like that little dog that doesn't even wear a leash. It just like walks around like it owns campus.
know.
Like I want to steal it, but I feel like that's illegal. But there are a lot of other things going on around campus, and that's why we have Connor who's going to take us through the parade routes that we are going to have for this homecoming season. I'm really excited about that.
And we're also going to check out Courtney's couch.
Oh, yeah,
So, and you're featuring on it.
Oh
so
my gosh,
let's
such a
stay
fun time.
tuned.
That's awesome.
Find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay? Just go to the site.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it.
They'll test you, try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Well, welcome back to GMI. We have plenty left for the show today. And let's get into the groove of things with a song from our guest artist.
Yeah, in honor of homecoming, here is Marissa Washburn with an acoustic performance of Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros.
Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my ma and pa, not the way that I love you. Well, holy moly, me oh my, you're the apple of my eye. Girl, I never loved no one like you. Man, oh man, you're my best friend. I scream it to the nothingness. There ain't nothing that I need. Well, hot and heavy pumpkin pie, chocolate candy, Jesus Christ. Nothing pleases me more than you. Oh, home, let me go home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Oh, home, let me go home. Home is wherever I'm with you. La, 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 take me home. Mother, I'm coming home. I follow you into the park, through the jungle, through the dark. I've been everywhere with you. Moats and waterfalls, alleyways and payphone calls. Girl, I never loved no one like you. And in the streets you run free like it's only you and me. Girl, you are something to see. Oh, home, let me go home. Home is wherever I'm with you. Oh, home, let me come home. Home is wherever I'm with you. La, 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 take me home. Mother,
She has such a beautiful voice. Like,
She
I would
really
definitely listen to an album by her, download her on Spotify. I don't know. That would be so cool. And she had the coolest guitar. Like, the
I
black,
know.
like, with the, that was really neat. Could you, like, do you play an instrument or anything?
I do not, but I'm a good beatboxer.
Oh, wait. All right, now you have to do it. That's the rule of the game. You can't say I'm a good beatboxer and then not expect me to ask you to beatbox right now.
Wow. You know. Okay, just give me a 1, 2, 3.
Or like you said, you had like the pyramid. Okay, all right. Oh my gosh, you're actually gonna do it. This is gonna be the best day of my life, you guys. Oh my god. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I don't think I'm as good as I thought I was. I promise I thought I was way better. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that.
I was like really expecting, like, have you ever seen those like crazy beatboxing guys on YouTube and things like that? I was like really hoping that was about to come out of your mouth. But what? Okay, well, you know what? I love you a lot. Don't really know if a Grammy is in your future. Maybe a Grammy is in Marissa's future. What do you think?
You know, I think she has a very good chance. So, like binge watching our favorite television shows on Netflix. That could be one of my talents.
You could win an award for that.
I really could. In fact, this week, I think you got to snuggle up and watch some Netflix shows.
I did. I think that I deserve an award for it. Probably not, actually, because we had a lot of fun, but definitely not a pro reviewing yet. But take a look at what we've got for you.
Good morning, Illini. Welcome back to Courtney's Couch. We are going to be reviewing this show called Schitt's Creek. So it's their newest season that just came out. It's been out for a couple years now, so it's pretty established. It's got a good fandom. But we are going to get my laptop over here. Is that the mom from Home Alone, too? Oh my god, wait, I never realized that. Oh my god. This changes the entire show. Oh, I forgot to mention, actually. So the father and the son of the show are actually the father and son in real life. So it's like a little meta drama going on there.
The special is cream of mushroom soup. We don't actually have to-go containers for that, so I've just double bagged it.
Ew, that's tragic.
David! David!
Stop!
She has the most annoying voice I've ever heard in my whole life. Have you ever done this? Like an tree ropes course? Oh no. I have. I can't stop thinking about the fact that she's the Home Alone mom.
Oh, John, I'm afraid I've made a grave error in judgment.
Black Swan. That's how I called you all the time. Oh, Courtney, I think I've made a grave error in judgment. I thought it was funny. I think it's really interesting. The characters were really a lot, but I would watch another episode. You would? Okay, well you got it now. Like I got you hooked, right? I'm hooked. Okay. Well, that's it for this segment of Courtney's Couch. Hope y'all enjoyed the review of Schitt's Creek Season 5 and Good Morning, Illini!
You know what? You're very bold for starting a show during midterms, but I commend you.
Yeah, it's really a dangerous game, I'll tell you what. But everything in moderation, right? Everyone needs a little study break.
And that's true. And we are looking for some fun activities to break up the midterm gloom. Periapostolakos has covered here's a glimpse of the fun events that are happening this weekend on an edition of What's Happening.
Good morning, Illini, and welcome to What's Happening, your source for entertainment and pop culture news. Tonight, the high fashion event Meet Up at the London is taking place here at the Canopy Club. August Wilson's dramatic play Gem of the Ocean opens on Saturday at Krannert Center for the Performing Arts and runs through October 27th. Also on Saturday the 20th, Chicago-based alternative rock band Sunriser is playing at the Canopy Club. Coming up next week, another alt-rock band comes to town. Irvine, California's very own Young the Giant hits the State Farm Center stage on Thursday the 24th. Friday the 26th, Krannert Center goes classical with a performance by the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. I'm Perry Apostolakos, and that's what's happening.
So, in honor of homecoming week, Illini Union Board had a party on the quad, and I saw that you were there.
And I saw that you were there.
Oh, really? I hope not. I was dancing really hard.
That was actually my first time at that event on the quad, too. So I had a ton of fun. I definitely took advantage of all the games there, and I took advantage of the free whipped cream, as I'm sure you'll see.
Well, let's check out what happened.
With me, I've got a familiar face. We all know her, Taylor Howard, one of GMI's anchors. Taylor, what's up?
Nothing. I'm just really excited about homecoming. This is like a new experience. This has never been done before, so I'm very excited.
This is so much harder than I thought it was going to be. Wait. I'm here with Daniel Ortiz, and he has been enjoying some of this homecoming festivities on the quad. What have you done here so far today?
Wait in line. I'm getting ready to get some funnel cake.
Do you think that this line is worth the wait for a funnel cake?
I hope so. I hope it's worth. It's free food, so I'm not complaining.
So we're always here for free food, right?
Yeah, free food is worth probably like our wait in this line.
So tell us a little bit about your role with this homecoming event.
I'm on the nutritional events committee, so this is a new event that we're trying to put on every single year. So I'm just a committee member. I'm just here controlling the line, making sure everybody's safe, and making sure everybody has a good time.
And do you still get to have a little bit of fun too, or what's going on there?
Oh yeah, I've been dancing the whole time, so that's been my primary role to hype up the crowd. But yes, it's definitely work and play.
Turn it up.
I didn't break the mic, so we're chilling.
It looks like our GMIers had a lot of fun out on the quad for this event.
Have you seen Connor?
What?
I was filming with him yesterday for a show, but I haven't. He's disappeared.
You can't find Connor? Like, he's a whole person. He's like the tallest person I've ever seen.
I don't know. He was like, maybe he hid behind a tree or something.
What? Well, where have you looked? Where have you looked?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
All around the studio.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, you know what? We have to find him. What do we do?
I don't know. Let's find out. Where's Connor? Oh, hi, Connor.
You're the one that left me.
Homecoming is all about traditions, and I know my favorite is the homecoming parade. Because of all the construction on campus this year, though, things are going to be a little bit different. So let's find out where you have to be to get in on all the action. The parade starts right here at 4th and Kirby and makes its way up towards the Ike. Let's go. Before you go and turn down Pennsylvania, make sure you stop and say hi to Dick Buttkiss. How you doing, my man? Or maybe you want to sit at 6th in Pennsylvania and wait for some candy. Thanks, Liam. When you get to the library, be sure to walk by quietly, because people are, let's be honest, nobody's studying. I don't know what that is, but I want one. Look, over here. We see the parade barricade in its natural habitat. What accent am I doing? This is awful. I'm trying to do Australian. Woo! Yeah! And when you make the good one, turn and see how many high fives you can get. High fives, let's go! High fives! High fives! High fives! Yeah, high fives! Woo! And here we are just past the finish line. All this parading has me worn out and I need a coffee. I'm Connor Seco, and have a good morning, Illini. Liam, they're paying for my coffee, right?
We'll talk about it.
I did get my coffee. I know I'm going to be at the parade. I'm hoping I'm going to see you guys there. Let's send it back to you guys. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. You will see me there because I'm actually walking in the parade.
What are you
with
walking in?
IUB.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
so
that's right.
I'm
That's
super
so cool.
excited.
That's definitely really cool. I have to check it out, but we got to check and see if we have some good weather for it. So let's send it out to Will to let us know what's happening.
Thanks for sticking around. Will Smith here, coming at you for a forecast for the rest of the weekend. So currently, we're just kind of in some nice fall air at the time being, and it's going to be a little bit chilly in the nights. So if you find yourself at Cam's during the weekend standing on the dance stage, not moving, dance to warm it up in there a little bit. Right now, we're going to go into the numbers and talk about them in a little bit more depth. So again, today, we're looking at about a high of 62, low going to be around 42 tonight. No rain or anything like that really coming in. Tomorrow, also just kind of a nice day. Toward the middle of the day, there's a chance that, some clouds are going to start forming, but we really don't have any moisture in the area to, produce any rain. Going into Sunday, though, it's going to warm up just a little bit, but toward the evening, there's a chance that a cold front's going to be coming through. It's definitely going to be through by Monday, but perhaps on late Sunday night, we'll see a little bit of rain. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about the satellite imagery. You can see that big encroaching line of clouds to the west. That is basically the cold front. As it works its way to the east, that's when we're going to get rain. So that's going to happen sometime between Sunday night and Monday morning. Now, talking about the football game tomorrow. So if you're going to go, it's going to be chilly in the morning. Be prepared for that. But by about 12 o'clock, it's going to warm up to around 65, maybe even 70 degrees if you're sitting in the stadium. And it's going to cool down just gradually toward the evening, so be ready for that. That concludes my weekend forecast. You have a good one. Back to you guys inside.
Wow, I'm so glad it's going to be warm this weekend. It's really nice, and all the alums are coming back, and that's going to be exciting. Well, speaking of alums, Patrick, who do you have in the studio today?
Well, guys, we have, if you're a longtime fan of GMI, you probably recognize some of these faces. With me, I have GMI alum Andrea Flores and Demi Ramirez, class of 2019. Andrea, Demi, welcome back.
Thanks, it's good to be back.
Yeah, happy homecoming.
Happy homecoming.
First and foremost, how is the real world treating you guys?
It's rough. Let me tell you, I miss it here so much, so be sure to enjoy every second of it because it's the best time to be here. But the real world's good. I think it's fine.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's very
I
real.
think that's the only thing I could say. It's so real. Like, I wake up every morning like, I actually have a big girl job. You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's not as much optional as some
know,
classes
right?
might be, right?
No, if I don't show up, it won't be there the next day.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
gotta go.
Exactly. You guys see any major changes in the studio and stuff?
Too
Everything.
many.
It's so crazy to see all your new equipment and stuff, and it makes
Yeah.
me really happy for you guys because Lord
Yeah,
knows it would have
we
been
did
nice
not.
to
I
have
know.
working
Ken.
things. But the way the studio looks, it's so much more different, and it's just a lot of.
It's beautiful,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing right now, too?
I'm a producer and a reporter at WQAD in the Quad Cities, which is the ABC station there. So half the week I produce like I used to do last semester here, and the other half of the week I go out and MMJ, or sometimes I have a photographer with me to do stories. So I get the best of both worlds because I still don't know what I want to do with my life, really. So figuring it out.
Yeah, I stayed in Champaign. I'm with WCIA, News Channel 3A. I'm a digital content producer, MMJ slash, I do everything, to be honest. On the weekdays, I'm in charge of the website, updating our Facebook, getting our stories out there. On the weekends, I'm in charge of going out and shooting and still updating our website with our content. So I do it all, honestly.
How do you guys think that like GMI and frankly University of Illinois, how do you think that's kind of prepared you for those careers?
I felt pretty prepared. I mean, it's definitely different, you know, different programs, different equipment, different standards, but, you know, I learned all the basics here, and without GMI specifically and like UI7, I wouldn't have known, you know, what a VOSAT is, what a rundown is, you know, so it helps a lot.
Right. I have to give it to the professors. They definitely prepared us. Ken, Professor Collins, you know, all of them, all the OGs. There was never a point where I was like, I can't do something at my new job. There was never a point. It's just like, okay, I learned this in college. Now I'm just going to extend it a little bit more in this job.
Awesome. Any big homecoming plans this weekend?
Working.
Thankfully, I got the weekend off, got today off also. Say bye to Cams, of course. Can't forget about that. But just, you know, talk to, you know, everyone that I miss. Talk to Ken, of course, and recap with everybody. But just tailgate and go to the game. All that fun stuff.
Tailgate for me.
Yeah.
I will.
Drink a blue guy for me.
Speaking of the game, I will say this. I know Illinois football wasn't great in your time. It's still not great. Do you guys have like a score prediction or anything for us?
Oh, God. Seeing how the last game went, I would say like 40-20 with Illini. You know what? We're winning because I'll have school spirit.
There you go.
I don't have school spirit. I think we'll put up a fight, though. But I do think Madison will take it just because, you know, we got work to do.
I know.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's nice catching up with you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
We're going to send it back to Taylor and Maddie.
Hi. I know Mike.
What?
How we doing?
Well, we're bonding. That's what we're doing. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it is so much fun to have all these old GMIers here. You guys are like real adults now.
I know, yeah. It kind of sucks to be honest.
What are you doing now? Don't tell us that. What are you up to nowadays?
Well, I'm in Madison, Wisconsin at WISC, so I'm a Badgers fan now, of course. Kidding. That was a joke.
I was about to be like, you can, like, you're uninvited.
But everyone there makes fun of me for being an Illinois fan, which is okay.
It's okay. You know, you got to take the heat sometimes to wear the orange and blue.
But I love Illinois, and so it's always fun to be back, especially Champaign's better than Madison, so.
Oh, did you guys hear that at home? A little competition. We might lose the football game, but we're not going to lose, it sounds like, according to Steven, the legend. So tell us, what's like the biggest difference, you think, between what you're doing now, what you've learned in the studios you're working in now, and what you did here?
Well, I think there, it's like I'm talking to like people that have been doing it for longer than I've been alive, and all of us have been alive. So like my anchor, she's been doing it since like the early 90s, and so the early 90s I was like an idea. I wasn't a thing. So the biggest thing is now I'm doing it with people that have been doing it forever, and so to learn from them the guidance, it just keeps expanding on every single day. I'm learning something new.
Yeah.
And it's never the same because news changes every single day.
Yeah, that's really cool. What do you think is like the biggest thing you've learned since leaving your time here on campus and transitioning into your career?
Wow. Okay, well, I've learned how to be an adult, to live by myself. It's a lot easier when you're on a college campus. Now I'm only almost on a college campus.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is just that, like, to do every day, give your best efforts, and just be a professional about it every single day.
That's awesome. So do you have a little bit of a break this weekend for homecoming?
Yeah, I usually work weekends. It's my first day off in 5 months.
What? Oh my gosh,
Is this
so
our future?
honored.
This is what it's like.
This is what it's like. This is my life. So what are your big homecoming plans?
You know, go to the game, watch the Illini maybe win.
Yeah, hope so.
We'll see. Well, we are so excited. We are so happy that all our alums are in the building. It's so interesting to see. We used to look at them on GMI. Now we're on GMI, so the transition is amazing.
I watch every week. I'm not gonna lie. I don't go into work until 1:30, so I have time at 10 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Well, do you think we'll be as famous as David Dobrik pretty soon?
I don't even know what that is.
You know what? Well, I guess that means yes. The answer is yes. Yes?
Yeah. Same cam.
He goes, yes, same cams.
Well,
so let's have everybody
in,
come in. We
everybody
gotta
in.
get our alumni in here for our our good morning. Oh, okay.
Everybody,
Everybody
this
gets
is
to like
so
this
exciting.
sorority
I
squad.
know.
So, all right, we have to do it.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not sure
So
about
you know
that.
what? I really want to get you guys to do a good morning Illini with
Yes.
us because that's really important. So
That's what I wanted.
Don't forget everybody at home to listen in. So ready, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Illini!
Illini!